So when we first found out we were going to be an Arts Integration Academy, we were really excited about adding dance and theater to our specials rotation and about arts integration in the classroom. But one of the things that we were not quite sure about is how our community was going to respond to a violin program. The district was purchasing 35 violins for our campus, and we just didn't know that we would have 35 students that would even be interested in something like that. Luckily, we were very surprised that about 250 people showed up to the first information night, and I believe we ended up with 150 applications for 35 spots. So we were really excited that our community saw the value in that, and they were excited about providing that opportunity for their students. This year we've moved to a full-time strings program and have around 75 students in the violin program, and it's very exciting to see how they've progressed. I can't wait to see where our first graders this year that were in last year as kindergartners are by 5th grade. Adding strings to our Arts Integration Academy here at Berkman has helped our community develop such a sense of pride. Our students play at various events like the Rotary Club and our Empty Bowls program, just different programs around town, and as well as here on campus. And the parents are just beaming with pride at their students. One of the parents grabbed me one day and she said, "My son can go to Juilliard." And I said, "Yes, he can." It's just opened the doors for our students to things they never imagined, and for the parents as well. And it's an exciting opportunity for students to see that they can do something like playing the violin. They never imagined that. I never have played the violin and wouldn't have thought that I could, but these little babies are playing the violin and just excelling, and it's just amazing. The first year we started the program, I couldn't walk past the violin room without just tearing up because I was so proud of our kids, and I could see how proud they are as well.
So, how really? Okay, try again. So integrating violin into how we do our arts integration. So part of my job at Berkman is to work with grade level teachers as well as art specialists. So we have a theater, a music, a dance, an art, did I say that one already? Art teacher, and they all spend one day of the week where they're working with a grade level for a 6-week period of time. And they integrate into their classroom, or they come and work in their classroom. Kind of goes both ways. And the idea behind that is that it supports learning through creative and new and exciting ways. And our first year, we had violin as kind of this thing that existed on the just in a small way, with only 30 students participating in the program. When we found out that we were going to have a full-time strings teacher, Lindsay, who was here last year as well, it was kind of a little bit daunting and kind of difficult for us to understand how we were going to be able to utilize her skills and be able to support what the grade level teachers were doing to go into the classroom and do integration. Amazingly, it has been one of the coolest things that we did this year. Lindsay's had the opportunity to go into every grade level classroom and work with those teachers. We meet together at the beginning of those cycles, those 6-week cycles, and we kind of plan out what it is we want to do, and the teachers bring, the grade level teachers bring kind of the area of focus they want to work on. It may be something that the students are struggling with, or that's something that they want to review, and then we figure out ways to incorporate aspects of the arts with that specific art teacher on how to do that. So violin has been a really cool one. Lindsay did some amazing lessons with kindergarten, where they really were having to listen and pay attention to mood, and we tied it back to literacy. When you're reading a story or listening to a story, how do you interpret what you're hearing, what you're seeing, what you're reading? With 5th grade, we did a kind of built on something that we had started last year, but using fractions in music. And Lindsay worked with the 5th grade teachers and students where they utilized music music notes and fractions and figured out how to divide fractions using music. She can probably explain it a lot better than I can. But point being is that it has been an awesome experience. We have a student focus group that meets and we kind of talk about what's going on at school and what we can do to make things better. And just met with them this week, and one of the things that came up multiple times was how much they loved working with the violins and how cool it was that they got to hear a violin in their classroom, and they got to touch a violin and pluck the strings and hear what it sounded like and understand kind of the concepts of how it worked, which I think is really cool because for our kids, in most cases, they wouldn't have the opportunity to do anything like that. It has been an awesome thing. It's something that we plan to continue. It's something that I think has probably stretched Lindsay's teaching ability as well. I think it's something that has made learning memorable and helped our kids to engage more and just to solidify their learning. It's just something that has been a lot of fun to see.